In this video I'm going to tell you everything about the use of the vacuum storage bag. The purpose of this video is that you can enjoy them longer. If you've watched this video, you will know exactly what you should and should not do when using these bags. I will take you through the process and help you step by step to tell you what you should pay attention to when using the bags. Vacuum storage bags are ideal for at home or business, to store clothing, bedding, garden cushions or other items. The vacuum bags can be used several times and last for a long time when they're used correctly. First of all, a few safety warnings. Keep the vacuum storage bag out of reach of pets and children to avoid the danger of suffocation. Never place people or animals in the vacuum storage bag. Placing sharp parts or objects in the bag can damage it irreparably. And do not place humid items in the vacuum storage bag. There's a chance of mold forming, which can cause the items in the bag to develop molds, spots or smell musty. The vacuum packing is done in the 5 following steps: preparation, filling, sealing, vacuuming and storing. I will go through these steps and at each step I'll mention the most important points for attention. Step 1. Preparation. The better you think in advance, the less problems you'll experience at a later stage. Arrange everything neatly and estimate the size of the bag you'll need. As you can see in the picture, it's now way easier to decide what size you'll need. Think in advance of where you want to put the storage bag. Preferably choose a place where the vacuum bag can lie quietly and where it cannot be bumped. Make sure the storage area is accessible and clean, so the bag cannot be damaged by any sharp objects. Make sure the items you want to put in the bag are completely dry. It's best to let garden cushions that come from outside dry at room temperature for at least 48 hours before you store them in the vacuum storage bag. Step 2. Filling the vacuum storage bag. Pack the vacuum bag as close as possible to where you will be storing it. This is important to minimize the chance of damage while moving it. Decide what shape the bag should get. For example, if the vacuum storage bag has to fit on a shelf in a wardrobe or another specific space, it must be considered when filling the bag. Arrange the items in correct order and fold sharp parts inwards as much as possible, or cover them with other items. When filling the bag, make sure you leave at least 5 cm of free space from the closing strip. Otherwise the bag may damage when closing, or it could open during vacuuming. The bag does not have to be completely full. You can also fill the bag halfway, as you can see in this picture. But make sure that there's always stuff under the valve. Otherwise you will not be able to vacuum the bag properly. Step 3. Sealing the vacuum bag. For this we watch a short video. Make sure there's at least 5 cm of free space directly under the closing strip. If there's not enough free space, push the items deeper into the bag. Bring the closing strips together and move the plastic closing tool back and forth a few times. Check that the strip is completely closed without any unevenness. Always use the plastic closing tool to close the sealing strip, and make sure the tool is properly seated on the sealing strip. Step 4. Vacuum the storage bag. You can vacuum the bag with a vacuum cleaner or with a suitable hand pump. When you're using the hand pump, it's best to first push out some air of the bag. For this we have to look at the video. When closing the bag, leave a small opening so you can push the air through it. When most of the air has been pushed out, finish closing the bag. Before you start vacuuming the bag, it's important to consider what shape the bag should have. If you want the bag upright, like in the photo on the left, top left, you can work towards a compact square package, as you can see on the top right. Or if you put the bag flat, like the bottom left, you often end up with a large flat package. During the next video, I will tell you how to vacuum the storage bag. Place the vacuum cleaner mouth over the valve, or when using the hand pump, screw the pump onto the valve of the vacuum bag. All air is now sucked out of the bag. You can adjust the shape a little while vacuuming, When the vacuum bag doesn't get any smaller, turn off the vacuum cleaner. Or for the pump, you can stop pumping when the pumping is getting heavier and the bag can hardly be pressed in anymore. The vacuum bag is now ready to be stored. Step 5. Be careful, because the bag is extra fragile now. If you bump into something, it can easily be damaged. Watch out for these kind of sharp parts in your closet, but also near doors or walls, that you may pass while moving the bag. And make sure the bag is not standing against any sharp objects, like here in the closet. And finally, never place the vacuum bag directly onto a rough floor, such as a gravel floor or a bare concrete floor. Make sure to always put something between the rough floor and the vacuum storage bag, such as a piece of cardboard or carpet. Now I want to tell you something about the reuse of the vacuum storage bags, because if you handle the bags carefully, you can use them several times. In this picture you can see how to open the bag without damaging it. Open the strip a little at first, so the air flows back into the bag. When the bag filled up with air, pull the closing strip open all the way, and now you can take out the items you stored. The bag can now be used again to store other items. If you're not using the vacuum bags for a while, close the strip for 95% and make sure to fold them. Preferably store the vacuum bags in a dark place at room temperature, as they do here. Then the material will last the longest. Do you have a damaged vacuum storage bag? If it turns out the vacuum bag slowly fills up with air, it can often be solved. You must know exactly where the air enters the bag. Always check first if the closing strip is completely closed. Look if there are no bumps like on this picture, and if both strips are pressed together. Check the valve to see if the rubber sealing cap is straight. If there's a hole in the bag, it can often be repaired with a piece of transparent tape. Once you've found the hole and it's small like this one, you can easily fix it. If you stick a piece of tape over the hole without any folds or bumps, you can use the vacuum bag again. We've come to the end of this video, and I hope this information will help you enjoy the vacuum storage bags as long as possible. If you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to contact our customer service. We hope you enjoy the vacuum storage bag and look forward to seeing you again in one of our web shops.